Stephanie Bennett here in the secret place. So glad you've come back to meet with me. I have a book for you today, a short passage and a short word that I just love this book. It's heavy duty, and if you are the kind of person who likes to wade through, or you don't mind wading through deep, heavy, dense kind of prose and writing, you will love this book. There's so much riches in it. It's called Becoming Friends of Time by John Swinton. Disability, Timefulness, and Gentle Discipleship. I'll tell you, I've told you a little bit about John Swinton, I think, last season in The Secret Place, but never from this chapter. Swinton says this: prolonged busyness is a state of violence. He's actually quoting somebody else, but I thought, wow, listen to this. The time of the clock has taught us to pay attention to the realm of time in ways that are grasping, utilitarian, instrumental, focused, selfish, and ultimately idolatrous. The time of the clock may be deeply influential and formative, but it's not the only kind of time, or even the best kind of time that is available. What, you say? What? Clock time? What is that? Well, you know what clock time is. Every time your alarm clock goes off, or your inner bell goes off for time to get up or time to go to work. Clock time is obvious to us. It's something that many years ago, we as a civilization, we developed. It's not something that God said, here, let me put your days, into hours where you have 60 minutes each hour, and you must fill it a certain way, and you must make sure to put as much of your energy and your verve into every single day. No, clock time was something that was developed by the monks after the bells would notify, the bell towers would notify the monks to come, it's time to pray. Slowly over time, clocks came in clock is a technology, right? But Swinton wants to talk to us here about a different kind of time that's not clock time, a type of time that God is not bound to because he is above and beyond time. It's like time is something that exists in God. It's linear. It goes from point A to point B, and it keeps going and going forward, right? And that's how we understand it. But that's not all there is. There's that linear space of time that we call time, and our lifespan in it is ensconced in eternity. It's ensconced in a timelessness. That's why it's so hard for us to answer questions or deal with the grief of death and losing someone and purpose in life and only having so many years, because we don't understand timelessness. We were not born into timelessness. We were born into time, into this period that has a beginning, and it will have an end. We don't know when that is, and we actually don't know exactly when the beginning was. There's all kinds of stories about it, right? So I guess what I wanted to say to you today is that line that we started with, that prolonged busyness is a state of violence. I just think that is such a powerful statement. Does that ring true in you without me even saying anything? Prolonged busyness is a state of violence where you are just going and going and going and going and going, like the ever-ready bunny, like a machine that doesn't need replenishment. You may put your head down for a few hours at night, but it never feels like enough. You're going and you're going and you're going. If that describes you, or if you've ever been through a season in your life like that, you know that is a violence against you. It's almost like it's a violent act. And what I mean by that is it works to destroy you. It works to pull apart the fibers of sanity. It works to pull apart the strong fibers of meaning and sense making in our life. Our life becomes disorganized. It can often become disorganized, and we can become disoriented. We're not meant to live that way. That's where I'm going with this. And I want to say one thing today, because in 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, which is where I go in these short videos, there's not enough time to go into a deep teaching about this, nor do I really wish to. But I would like to say that God's not putting that lifestyle on you. As a matter of fact, God, your maker, my maker, did not create us for that. God did not create you for a hectic, up and down roller coaster life where you're just, the speed is just off the chain and you can never seem to catch up. He created you for himself. How about that? How about that? And as we learn to move with God, move according to his pace for us, not according to clock time, much more peace, much more serenity happens. We won't feel violated. We won't feel attacked. We won't feel like we're disintegrating or like our lives are being pulled apart. We still will have trials. We still will have things that we need to do that are difficult. There'll be challenges. Clock time doesn't go away. We still need to clock in and clock out if that's how you work. There's still certain things that need to be done in a given time. But we won't be run by clock time. That's what I'm trying to say today. We won't be run by clock time. We will be directed and guided and increasingly moved by the God of all creation. Does that blow your mind? That the God of all creation wants to order our steps in such a way that we move in serenity. We move in peace. Not a false peace. Not, if I say it so, it'll be so. I always think of that movie, The Wizard of Oz, where those beautiful characters, the lion, they were walking through, getting ready to walk through the field of poppies, and they're going through the woods. Do you remember that? And these horrible monkeys are like flying down and zipping around, and the cowardly lion is twisting his tail, but he's saying out loud, "I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in ghosts." Like he's trying to convince himself that that reality, or is he saying I don't believe? But he's trying to speak out loud to convince himself so that he can overcome his fear. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the glorious freedom of giving increasing time, attention, awareness, and pursuit to the living God, who then can, because we let him, order our steps, order our days in ways that make for peace. In ways that make for peace. Let's do that this week together, okay, my friends? Let's seek God. Let's pursue him. Let's not let clock time dominate us. Let's not bow to clock time. Let's make sure and be intentional about spending some time in the quiet, pursuing God, turning our gaze toward him. Yes? You pray for me. I will pray for you. And come back again next time, okay? Thanks. Bye now.